Hello, everyone. My name's okay. Welcome back. Welcome. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, welcome to the Sons of Liberty. You already know, Kigan Akko.
Or essentially, rip off Sonic. Anyways, I'm Kaika.
I'm Sunny.
And Biden's
One.
back in it again. Oh, here we go. Our favorite punching bag. Let's talk about
What?
about a little clip. Kaika, take
what?
it away.
I don't think we've ever had like a moment in time when the president was a punching bag before Trump, right?
Yeah.
This is just funny at this point. I love this. Yeah, so let's get right into it. The first clip that we're going to talk about is Biden being creepy. So
As per usual, you know.
yeah, but usually he just goes and says like, "My hairs tingle whenever the kids sit on my lap," but this time it's a little weirder. This time it's like, all right, he okay. If you guys don't know, basically Biden today, what is it today? Thursday, right? Thursday,
Yeah.
June 24th. He announced that he came to an agreement on a bipartisan bill with 5 Republicans and 5 Democrats that supposedly would pass the Senate, but that's not known yet. And Biden is just sort of speaking really quietly into the mic, taking a lot of credit for it, saying he wrote the whole bill. And yeah, like it just seems weird. I'm not normally the one to clown on how someone speaks, like especially if it's for emphasis, but this seems a little weird. Like, what do you guys think about it?
I gotta say, seeing the first thing I think of when I think of Biden, bipartisan king.
Right.
First thing, the unifier that we always needed, who brings moderate change, but also radical change. He's the change this country needs, but also melding the pieces and bringing everyone together. Finally, at last, Biden, who has single-handedly fixed every one of Orange Man's problems.
Yeah, I mean, like, have you guys seen the clip? It just seems so weird and out of pocket.
The one he's like, all right, guys, you like ASMR?
It's literally ASMR.
Like
He needs to go on
ASMR.
Twitch and bend over, like all the Twitch streamers.
Put on the yoga pants, you know?
Yeah,
Exactly.
actually, you know what? No, you know what? Roll the clip.
I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far. They're going to be getting checks in the mail that are consequential. I wrote the bill on the environment. Pay them more. This is an employees bargaining chip now. What's happening?
I guess there's not much to say on it. It's really weird.
It's just creepy. It's just creepy Biden. What's new?
Yeah, but it seems out of pocket because I don't think he's ever done this where he just whispers into the mic to emphasize a point.
Okay.
Seems weird.
You know,
Not
we
gonna
should
lie.
do that next podcast. We should be like, so, hey guys, welcome back to Sons of Liberty. We have a lot of good topics for you today. And we should do that the whole episode. That'd be fun, no?
Yeah, I mean, or why not? Just
I
break
mean,
our
our
throats.
president did it. Why can't we do it?
Yeah, follow the president.
Kaika,
Exactly.
Example.
King
All
Chow and Sunny Hawkeye own libs with ASMR facts and logic.
That would be a spectacle.
Exactly.
Man, we have a lot
Our
of Biden
careers
stuff.
would go up, bro. All our careers up. Straight up with
Straight
Joe
up.
Rogan, Ben Shapiro, all the way up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Number
Ben
one
Shapiro, Joe Rogan,
podcast
be damned.
of America.
I don't think being Joe Rogan is going up, but to each
No. We're gonna
Well,
sell
we're gonna
podcast
get a
to
$30 million
Netflix. We're
Spotify
gonna-
deal. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna fly in private jets, to Jeffrey Epstein's island and interview John McAfee.
Well, previously Jeff's effort.
Oh yeah,
Actually, we have a little bit of a story of kind of relating to the whole Epstein thing in a bit, but now fuck. God damn. Okay.
all right.
Okay, Sonny.
What?
Yeah. So, as a person of Latinx descent
my
yourself, how do you feel about the president's speech regarding illegal immigration?
All right, you know
Wait,
what?
by the way, did you see the clip?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you should watch it because it's
It's awful hard as well to get Latinx vaccinated as well. Why? They're worried that they'll be vaccinated and deported.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me explain this to the audience, right? If they didn't get it, Joe Biden used the word Latinx to describe the Latino community, right? And obviously, you should not use the word Latinx because not even Latinos use that word.
It's not.
But-
It's just not.
Okay.
correct Spanish.
Let's rephrase that. The whole of the Latino community, it's the new generation that really wants it, especially the left side of the new generation wants
like-
this new word because it's more inclusive, because Latino references males, but you know, it's what we're used to. So I think we should just stick to it. Latinx just sounds stupid.
Right, and
Wait,
it's
what,
like
in future.
number one, less than 40% of Latinos believe that this word should be used. And number two, it's like, okay, let's talk about a different subset of the population. I'm just going to use black people as an example. Do we say black X to describe black people? Like,
No, we
what?
say African X. We say
Blacks.
African X.
African X? What?
African X.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like,
God,
it makes
that's
zero
bad.
sense. So,
Also,
yeah.
it doesn't even.
It
roll
sounds
off
like
the
they're
tongue,
X,
at
like-
all.
They're not. It sounds like you're not Latino anymore. It's like Latina X. It's like
Right,
basically. It's like
you're ex.
it's like ex boyfriend, ex girlfriend. Yeah, we're not Latinos anymore. We're ex Latinos.
Of course.
At the end of the day, it's a perfect example of linguistic imperialism, but we don't talk about that because if you're a Democrat, you can get away with anything, right, boys?
Actually, we do
Yeah,
talk
man.
about that because it's our show. Also,
Oh, right.
Also, I do want to mention really quickly that the reason why Latinx doesn't work is specifically because Spanish has gender language, and
Yeah.
the real reason why Latinx is such a big thing is not just inclusivity for women, right? Because Latina is also valid, right? The thing is, the male pronoun is the default. It's Spanish, right? But the female one is not wrong if you're talking about a group of female Latina women, right? But they don't like that because of the intersectionalist definition of female and male as being completely constructed.
Yeah.
It's like, then why is all of our language formed around that? It's just patriarchy too. Oh damn.
Yep. I mean, for the left who clowns on Western values, this is quite ironic that they cudgel Latino values in favor of their own Western values. So
And yet
it's
they
a pretty
proclaim-
spectacular.
And yet they proclaim to be woke.
Yep.
Tough scene.
Anyways, Joe Biden used the word Latinx to say that he used the word Latinx in a sentence where he basically said he advocated for the use of vaccines for the Latino community. And after that, he said if they're not vaccinated, they'll be worried that they're going to get deported. Like, isn't that kind of racist?
That is racist.
Oh, right, of course, because all Latino people are illegals apparently.
Right.
What?
Yeah, I'm illegal, guys. Actually, I had all my papers, you know.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna get deported tomorrow.
I
You
mean,
know.
base, but like, you know. this
Yo,
one-
wait, you want me deported? What? Some racism?
Yeah,
racism?
yeah,
Chat.
He's going to go back to the cartels.
Go back to work for the cartels.
Damn.
I'm working for Robbie again.
It's the grind, man.
He's going to be El Chapo's next hitman.
Sick
be
of
digging his
drug
tunnels.
dealer grind set.
That's just amazing, you know?
Exactly.
Just amazing
Casual
how much...
racism.
Right, it's just amazing how Democrats can get away with
Tactical
everything.
racism.
Casual racism there. Alright, should we hit to our next topic?
Yeah, let's do it. You know more
Alright.
about this than anyone, so you could introduce it.
Alright, so
Finally, a topic
as
for
a
Tommy Carries.
cultured man who watches a certain site called TikTok, this clip went viral. Well, I couldn't find the clip anymore, but of Biden on a Zoom call with let's see who with yeah, whatever. He's on a Zoom call, and he says this, which is taken out of context, obviously. The country is doomed with African Americans.
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European.
And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do in terms of raw numbers.
What do you guys think?
Well, it just sort of reminds me of that time that we actually covered on the podcast as well, where Biden just blatantly, quote unquote, slipped up and dropped an N-bomb in the middle of his speech. It's so weird because the left always claims to be fighting for minorities' best interests, and then you have this thing with the whole country being doomed by African Americans, and also the thing with Latino people all being illegal and getting deported for having a vaccine in this, like, the same news cycle. Not a great look. I don't know.
Oh, so this this is the full quote, right? If we cannot make significant progress on racial equity, this country is doomed. It is doomed not just because of African Americans, but because
Just.
by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. Hear me, minority white European, and you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who will make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
This is just. I found the actual clip, so I'll
You
play
found
that.
it? Fine,
Yeah,
okay.
but it's just ironic that he believes that Hispanics have to think a certain way, right? Because he wouldn't say that about just like white people, where it's more of like a split, right?
Mhm.
So if he says, he assumes that all Hispanics vote Democrat, which is why I assume he's talking to Republicans, that they're going to have to start working more with Hispanics. So it's just amazing how he could get away with racism and get nothing for it.
Right, and also,
How do you interpret it, though? Maybe I'm interpreting it wrong.
I don't know if there is another way to interpret it. It's kind of weird because it's like, you know, he's sort of implying that, like, race is inherently kind of a zero-sum game, and that, you know, white people better treat those darkers better, or else they might be at the short end of the stick when they become the minority. It's like, no person with their head on straight is constantly thinking about, like, how many black or brown or white people are in America, like, at all times, and is constantly thinking, oh, I better be nice to black and Latino people, or I might be been oppressed or something. Like the reverse of the progressive narrative, which is also hilarious, because if it did happen to white people, which in some rare cases it actually does, the left and the progressive causes would never, ever go to help them. It would just be more white tears, more white fragility, and yeah.
Yeah, like it's so sad seeing this racism, because for a long time we legitimately fought to eliminate racism, and now it's creeping back in just for critical race theory to rear its ugly head. So
Oh yeah, critical
Yeah.
race theory, that too.
you guys want to talk about it?
I mean, yeah.
No.
Mean, what,
Two different answers.
bro?
I mean,
Okay, look, we already discussed a lot of the founding principles of critical race theory on a previous episode, where we were talking about the white.
exactly.
the-
Let's
the-
just
the
put
white
a
fragility
link
chart.
in below. We'll put a link below, and they'll watch that video.
Now they
There
have
we
to
You're
go.
watch
right.
2 hours.
To
Get that
you know,
viewer time.
Get that viewer time up there. All right.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
So let's go to the next topic then. How about that?
Here we
Yeah.
go.
And
This also relates to Biden, by the way, so it's
we'll-
just amazing.
we'll
His
have
week is horrible.
we'll have Chow lead. We'll have this one Chow
Oh.
lead the way
Oh, you are all not ready for this as he fit. Okay.
here. Goodness.
Slay Queen, Slay
Okay.
Queen.
So,
Go get it, I guess.
everyone, a bit of context. So, if you remember, I believe around 2 episodes ago, we talked about another one of Biden's infamous slip-ups, or not really slip-ups, as we'll be getting to soon, where he said that the Second Amendment and the right to own guns, and you know, like, which kind of guns can be owned and the limits on that and how this should be restricted, was sort of up for debate. And Biden said, with all of his will, that the idea of having an AK-47 to resist the government wouldn't be enough. What you need is Hellfire missiles. So, the subtext of that is, if you haven't caught it already, that it doesn't really matter if you have guns or if you want to protect yourself from a tyrannical government, because the government will just bomb you. Not a great take. Now, that's one of those things like the N-word drop and the Latin X thing and all the stuff that we've covered previously, where usually it is a one-time occurrence. It is Biden in his natural state of fucking dementia and not knowing what he's doing and not knowing where he is and just saying something really stupid, right? Obviously, this got a lot of conservatives and libertarians up in arms, sometimes literally, because, like, yeah, I don't want to get bombed by my own state. That's not cool, man. But nah. It happened again. What the fuck? We live in Clown World. I cannot fathom how this happens twice. And this time it was somehow worse. He doubled down on his point from before. I don't even know if you remember that he already said it before. But he said, and keep in mind this was a month later, that gun control was basically, you know, the logical answer because the Second Amendment was pointless when defending against the government. Because the government could just nuke you. Not bomb. Nuke. He said F-15s or maybe some nuclear weapons. He deadass said that. And I know he meant it. Because if he didn't, he wouldn't have said it once before. This is fucking insane. I gotta say, over these past couple of weeks and months, I have actually begun to start kind of de-radicalizing. I've been thinking to myself a lot about the role that a state of some kind may actually play in a functioning society. But this? No. The fact that he would even fucking consider for a second using nuclear retaliation against a citizen uprising against a tyrannical government overreach, especially considering this is someone in power who could actually do this? I'm going fucking ANCAP again. Nah, fuck that shit. Nah. I cannot hear the statist argument again in the same way because this is what they fucking do. They're fucking authoritarians and they want to be in every single crouch of your life. And hey, you know, if you want to give the state an end, they'll run a mile with your inch. They'll find an excuse to nuke you because you wanted to keep an AR-15. It's fucking bullshit. And I cannot believe that America, the pinnacle of freedom in this world, where North Korea and China and the USSR and all these other authoritarian nightmare states exist and have existed. I cannot believe that the US is starting to sound more like them and less like the actual democracies and republics of our day. It's actually disgusting. And, you know, we got some clips to back it up too. Roll.
Those who say the blood of patriots, you know, and all the stuff about how we're going to have to move against the government. Well, the tree of liberty is not water with the blood of patriots. What's happened is that there never been, if you want to think you need to have weapons to take on the government, you need F-15s and maybe some nuclear weapons. The point is that there's always been the ability to rationally limit the type of weapon that can be owned and who can own it.
I think Ben Shapiro made a good point on this, where if Biden says that, it makes me more likely to buy a gun than not. Because if he's saying, like, hey, I could just nuke the shit out of you and you can't do anything about it, well, I might as well take my chances with the gun and see where that gets me. So, you know, not a very good take.
I mean, you know, in addition to being a complete fucking overreach, it's also completely ineffective, if not counter-effective, to convincing people to hoard less guns. If you want to be an authoritarian and you want to snake into people's lives through lies and deceit by making them less paranoid, you do not make them more paranoid. In the idea of making them think that it's pointless, they'll just want to resist you more. I want to resist you more. I want to buy a fucking panic box when I'm 18. This is bullshit.
That's funny.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Let's move on. I've done enough screaming.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know how to transition that to Ron DeSantis, but you know what? I just did.
In
Poggers.
other
Anyways.
news, in other
All
news.
right, let's go to the next
Yeah. Ron DeSantis.
topic.
So a couple days ago, approximately 2 days ago, Ron DeSantis announced that he's signing a bill requiring Florida high school students to learn about the, quote, evils of communism and totalitarian ideology, end quote. The bill will also create a library that allows students to learn about, quote, real patriots, end quote, who escaped communism and socialism. Now this is good. This makes me want to move to Florida because
Yes.
communism is very bad.
Based.
Let's go to Florida.
Communism equal bad.
Exactly.
And I'm
Look at
surprised this
Russia.
is I'm surprised this is debated so often because it really shouldn't be. All of human existence has taught us that communism is bad with the killing of between 100 million and 200 million people
Yeah.
and the enslavement of over 1 billion people. So
It's like what I always say. Communism is, to most people, good on paper, but in practice, as we can see through history, it's very bad.
very
Okay.
bad.
Actually,
Very bad.
I do want to counter that a little bit because
Oh, no.
for
Not the counter.
oh, God, dude, just please. I seriously want to make this point because a lot of people give communism way more credit than it's due. The theory is flawed. It is not the execution, although that is plenty flawed too. It is the theory. Equality and freedom are on some level diametrically opposed. It's just the truth. When you let people to be free and make their own choices, good or bad, in their lives, they will not produce equal results. And it's not equal opportunity, that is inherent. The only time where equal opportunity is stripped is during totalitarianism, like in communism. Yes, the theory and the practice, right? The problem lies not in the execution of the theory, but the crafting of the theory. Marx was a fucking idiot. And frankly, a lot of these people, right? A lot of centrists and even right-wingers, right? Like you guys, right? Who detest communism from all of its flaws and all of its people who have died to it, right? Not to mention all the people who have been scarred by it, right? That's really not enough because it's not about the execution. The execution was terrible, but it would have been terrible under fascism too. The problem is the theory. The theory sucks too because it puts an over-reliance on equality instead of personal liberty. That's the problem.
I think you're looking at it at like a very philosophical standpoint, which I could respect, right?
Which it's a theory, so that's kind of what you're supposed to look at.
Right.
But you know.
But I like okay, let me just mention this. I think philosophically, communism is very evil compared to capitalism.
Yeah.
It basically suggests that because I live, I deserve some type of form of like food or supplies, right? Where
Right.
capitalism suggests that if you live, you have to work for what you need, right?
Right.
Which is more of the selfless way of living. I think what Sonny's point is to the average person looking in, right? Communism on paper sounds like a utopia, but when it's actually practiced, it doesn't work out.
Right.
I think that's his point.
And look, that's not wrong. But I was just saying that in reality, it's not even a good thing on paper. It's just bad all around.
Right. Yeah,
And-
I agree with that. I think we all agree on that.
Yeah, I wasn't calling you guys like fucking stupid or whatever. I understand that on a fundamental level, communism sounds like awesome. Like if automation or just like, you know, voluntary labor or, you know, normal labor but without the shackles of capitalism or whatever the fuck Marx said, right? If that was, you know, as planned in the best interests of humanity, which it's not, that would sound like paradise. It's actually kind of the definition of paradise as per Genesis from the Old Testament. I mean,
Yeah.
when you think about it, the Garden of Eve was kind of communist. And the only reason why it could exist was because A, it was controlled by God directly, and B, it's a fairy tale. Now, anyways, let's go on to our next topic.
Yo.
All right, let's go talk about the spiraling crime rate in major cities. So, we have a really big issue in the U.S., particularly in major metropolitan cities, where
A new
crime rate
issue,
is just
of course.
right. It's mainly a blue issue. You don't really see this in red states, but
Nah.
the media won't cover that. However, there was this clip circulating around social media. It didn't get a lot of coverage, but I found this really just disgusting. I'm not even sure if we could show this on YouTube. We probably need to blur this whole thing out, right?
Yeah, just show it. It'll be fine.
All right. So as you can see, a guy in a black suit, he comes in, goes shoot 3 children.
Oh,
children
never
try to
mind,
run away.
Never mind.
Literally
Let's just describe it.
the smallest child, the one in a blue shirt, uses the other child as a body shield to protect herself from the shots, and then the child that she's using as a shield, like, how do I even describe this? Just fucking rolls onto her just to make sure she doesn't get hurt. It's the most sad thing I've ever seen. I'm glad there's no audio because it would actually
Wait, the
make
blue
me
shirt.
teary-eyed. Yeah, the blue
I mean-
shirt. Yeah.
I mean, no, I say the pink shirt pulls the blue shirt in to protect the little child. I wouldn't say it's the other way, how you said it, because that's not how it is.
Regardless, it's like
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up. The pink one is being like the body shield for the smallest one.
Well, that's the job of the older
Right.
sibling. It
But I
protects the younger one.
What's even more sad is I think the guy in the red shirt, which is obviously the oldest one and looks like a male, got shot first. He was on the ground, just not able to move, and the gunman goes back and shoots his ass.
He actually doesn't get shot. He gets
Does he
shot
not?
at. No, okay. If you notice, you know where the cloud comes from, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. It's the side,
So
but
it's
it looks like
never-
he's
he-
in.
He gets shot, like the bullet never penetrates him, but he gets shot at, like right next to where his stuff is. Like almost he's shot in the head.
I think he gets shot in the back.
No, where he gets shot, where you think he gets shot in the back, he actually gets shot near his shoulder area, but it's not like he doesn't make contact with him.
Okay.
Because you can see by how the bullets, are how they. I don't know how to describe it. It's hard. But yeah. Good thing there's 2 angles, because if you went by just the first angle, it looks like he got shot twice.
Yeah, so I'm
But
looking at the
thanks to
police report.
second angle.
Yeah,
did-
none of them were injured.
Exactly.
But it's still disgusting, right?
Yeah. It's so screwed up.
Wait,
Where
hold-
was this?
This was in New York, so
Oh, makes sense. New York.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. What exactly happened?
So,
So-
basically, there was a guy with a ski mask and black sweater.
Oh, no.
Came up to 3 underage, I'm presuming, underage people. And he was shooting at a guy with the red shirt. And there's 2 other siblings. One with blue shirt, that's the youngest, and one pink
Oh
shirt.
wait, so
I'm guessing in the middle.
literally just murder. It was literally just
No, it was not
well,
murder.
he didn't
None of
actually
them were
injure
injured.
them. Yeah.
He missed all his shots because he's bad and he didn't go on aim lab. And
Dude, the sad thing is, it looks like a Glock, so there's not much recoil to it. So
exactly,
That's
he's
just kinda sad.
It's point blank too. It's point blank.
I mean, it,
Would make it worse. Which I'm guessing the guy just got jukes. Not to joke around about this, but like, the guy shooting obviously sucks at shooting and should never own a gun. Obviously, because he's shooting people with it.
yeah,
But
kids,
it's just so
look.
I don't know.
This is one of those moments
that
where
just has.
you can say you have the moral high ground and that you are very, very sad for these kids, but at the same time, dog water literally so free.
Exactly. And I feel for him because you can see the red shirt
Wait, hold on,
guy
you
tackles
feel for
his
the shooter?
siblings.
You feel for
No,
the shooter?
I feel
What
for the
fuck?
the children.
the
Oh my
children.
god.
Bruh. Okay,
And as you
then-
can see, because in the beginning, he has to tackle his siblings down so they don't get shot at. And it's actually a smart thing to do / not smart thing to do. But it was pretty smart because they didn't get... No harm wasn't right. The police report, that's what it said. No harm.
None of them were injured. Yes.
Okay. That's good. This guy's obviously dog water. But yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like honestly, it doesn't even look like a metal Glock. It looks like a plastic Glock. So
So, do we know that
3D
the
printed
red
weapon.
shirt guy was siblings to the other two, or?
all we know is that they are children. We don't know how they're related,
Okay.
but it seems that they are related in some way because they're very close together and they're very willing to touch each other. So
I think the pink shirt and the blue shirt are. I'm not so sure about the red shirt guy.
oh yeah, because he tackled the blue shirt. Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
think he
really
did that
weird.
to save them or to save himself. I
Yeah,
think to save them, because he didn't want to get them in shot. But it could be either way.
right.
This is really stupid, and like we should fund the police more.
This is
Like-
just a combination of defunding the police and gun control. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Those two things just don't work together. So
Well, of
yeah.
course, you know.
Yeah, this is so stupid. Like you Dems out there, this is the product of what you made. This
Yeah.
is what it is.
It is.
3 people being shot at, and look, no police around. Do you guys see police around? No.
Yeah, there's trash around everywhere, dude.
Exactly. Where's the street cleaning?
Bro,
There's traffic. No
Dumbass
one's
looking
out
like
there
a
to help them.
sanctuary city.
Because guess what? They don't have the abilities to, like a policeman would. So this is so.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not exactly.
There is
like,
no regulated armed militia in this situation, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. 'Cause
Honestly, I'm glad that no one got hurt. I think I speak for all of my co-hosts here, my whole 2 of them, that we're glad no one got hurt, and hopefully,
Wait, hold on,
something
did
doesn't
the
happen
shooter
like this
die?
ever again. Which
Right.
probably will, but
Wait,
And
did
by the way,
shooter
this is
die?
not an isolated case. In California, I can't remember which freeway it was on, but
Oh, wait, they
some
can't
guy with a woman
Wait, hold
went
on.
to their car on the freeway,
Wait.
had a
You
gun,
can't
started
hear me.
shooting at random cars, and killed a child
Wait.
in
That
Los
is-
Angeles.
Hello?
So
Hello?
it's not an isolated.
Oh
Yeah.
my
what's up?
god, you guys couldn't hear me.
No, we
Bruh.
could not.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's gonna be a little bit of comedy in the recording.
That's gonna be
Anyways,
funny.
yeah, I was trying to interlude by saying basically, Oh, I lost my moment. It's whatever. Keep going.
Yeah, so a child got
this
shot.
is just so stupid. That was so stupid. Like, think of it. New York
It was-
and California, 2 places that defunded the police majorly. Like, oh my goodness, this is all you Dems' fault. This is the Democrats' fault. All right, this is why we need guns. All right.
honestly, because like,
See?
look, the thing is, right? It's a trade. I'm not a huge fan of the police, all right? But I recognize that in a liberal society, you need them because they keep order and they stop fucking dumbasses and Antifa people and criminals from running amok. Okay? The thing is, right? The replacement to police, it's not a perfect replacement. I'm sure many people would rather have police. Frankly, I would too, right? At least to some degree, right? But the replacement for police is an armed militia.
Or in the words of the Constitution, a well-regulated militia. Not regulated in the terms of the government regulates it, but
Right, because
regulated in
if the
terms of their
government-
weaponry.
If the government regulated the militia, that would completely defeat the point.
Right. Which a lot of like liberals, the counter is, oh, regulating means government comes in and makes sure they don't become too powerful. No, that's not what it means.
Liberals really do beat to their government debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just sad because a lot of these blue cities are not in favor of defunding the police. It's just the most radical people are being elected, and because of that, they're imposing the most radical policies, and the communities are suffering. Right? This really, what it really does is it really just it embodies a lot of issues. Right? A lot of people in these communities, particularly Black people, they don't have fathers at the home. Right?
Oh,
So they resort to gang violence.
And don't forget the Latinx community.
Right.
Oh,
How can I
right.
forget them? Of
The
course.
non-existent word one.
Right.
This is why people. This may be a reason why people don't do their taxes.
Oh,
John
flawless
McCaff.
segue.
Just like John McAfee, who
Okay,
recently it was found dead in a Spaniard
He
prison.
pulled an
Wait,
Epstein.
Wait, hold on. Did he actually like die?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
Wait.
he's dead.
Oh my god. Okay.
I mean, do you think Epstein's dead?
Oh,
I mean,
If you think Epstein's not dead, then he's not dead. So
no. Okay, bro. Okay. Can I just say? If you remember back in the very beginning of the podcast when I was introducing us, I mentioned that there would be an Epstein thing again. This is it. John McAfee.
Oh, it all connects. It all
to
connects.
be honest, I thought you were referring to Ghislaine Maxwell, but this works too, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
the,
it works.
the McAfee thing was the exact same as the Epstein thing.
Well, let's not
almost
say
the
that.
same. The
No,
Epstein thing was
no.
about pedophilia, and this is
The Epstein thing was 1,000 times worse.
You know,
but yeah.
this is about unpaid taxes, pedophilia, about the same. You know.
I mean, they're both.
Wait, what?
Oh. All right.
What the hell? Okay, what?
No,
Anyways,
let's
anyways,
continue.
yeah,
let's
start it.
continue. All right. So you do it, Kaiko.
Okay.
So the Epstein and John McAfee exactly the same pedophilia and tax evasion poggers.
You gonna tell
Okay.
me a tweet.
Okay, on a serious note though, McAfee, he was reported to be found in his Spanish jail cell. The officials are reporting that he committed suicide. Now, what's
They
really
got him.
interesting,
They
yeah,
got
what's
him.
really interesting about this situation is McAfee's tweets. So, just months before he was found dead, this was in October of 2020, he said this, and I'm quoting him exactly. "I am content in here. I have friends. The food is good. All is well. Know that if I hang myself, a la Epstein, it will be no fault of my own." End quote. So,
Oh, someone killed him. It was Hillary Clinton again. Yo.
so I just want to point out there are a lot of parallels between McAfee's and Epstein's death, right? Epstein died in a jail cell due to supposed suicide. McAfee died in a jail cell to supposed suicide. Both were held in very high security prison cells, right, where they're monitored pretty frequently, but they still managed to kill themselves somehow.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Right. Now we have another tweet from McAfee. That's archived, all right? So you can't find this on Twitter anymore. He said this, and I'm quoting him. "Getting subtle messages from U.S. officials saying, in effect, quote, 'We're coming for you, McAfee. We're going to kill yourself. I got a tattoo today just in case. If I suicide myself, I didn't. I was whacked. Check my right arm.'" And he got a tattoo of $ whacked, which obviously is referring to him being killed because of tax evasion. So it's very interesting. Now, this could be a situation where McAfee actually killed himself and wanted to stir controversy up, right?
Whoa.
But I wouldn't
Or
be
would he?
or would he? Because the government, in my opinion, it looks very corrupt in Epstein's situation. I just don't understand how Epstein could have killed himself, but
Very sauce.
Nah, that 5-ply toilet paper, bro. That thing's pretty strong.
right. And I don't know if this guy was on suicide watch, but Epstein was, and he still managed to kill himself. So gonna be interesting how this all plays out. I don't know. It's creepy. Like, I think we could all agree on that, right?
Yeah, it's almost as creepy as Joe Biden's speeches, but you know.
Yeah. Almost as
Yeah,
All right.
it's almost as creepy as us being threatened by nuclear bombs.
yeah.
You could
Almost.
also argue that it's almost as creepy as the rampant crime increases that the U.S. is experiencing.
It's almost Sussy Baka type of imposter
No,
syndrome.
off the podcast, Goodbye. Goodbye. Join me in this one. You've been.
Oh my goodness, stop saying my name.
You've been excommunicated. Goodbye.
Wait, I'm Joe Biden by the Catholic Church? Oh no!
Oh, a segue to our next topic.
Oh! So, we didn't have this planned, but we could talk
Yeah,
about it, I
you
guess.
just-
All
right?
right, yo, these next two topics are more just news, more than just us commenting on stuff. So basically, Trump threatened to go to the border.
Wait, I thought we were talking about the excommunication of Joe
Oh.
Biden.
Oh, we're talking about that?
hold on.
I don't know.
Yo,
Fit-
yo,
Jeff
it's
just
not
said
my-
that's
it's
the
not on my
segue.
list.
Let
It's not on the
Sunny
list.
let Sunny Hawkeye do the thing. Come
It's
on.
not on the
Okay.
list. What?
I don't. Chow, are we talking about it or no? Like,
Okay,
what's the deal with
I
that?
do want to talk about it, but I want to let Sunny do his thing first.
All right, go, Sonny.
Alright, let me quit. next two topics are really quick, all right? Really fast, all right? Basically, Trump threatened to go to the border, and this caused our Vice President Kamala Harris, or Camel Harris, whatever you want to call her,
Kamala Harris.
to actually go to the border and actually try to assess the crisis at the border, which she hasn't really done. She's in charge of it, but she doesn't do anything besides put kids in cages and freaking give them crappy beds.
And
At
by
least
the
Trump
way,
put them in hotels.
okay, let me just say this: when Kamala says she's going to the border, she's not really actually going to the border because she's going to El Paso, but it's West El Paso, 800 miles from the immigration epicenter, from a Texas Democrat in the area. That's what Democrats are saying. So,
Great.
so she's just gonna go there, gonna take a couple of pictures and say, "Oh, I went to the border."
Oh, gotta put those likes on Instagram.
Gotta get those retweets, man.
Exactly.
Slay Queen,
Speaking of
I didn't
retweets
racism.
and Instagram, follow us on Sons of Liberty, Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. Anyways,
TikTok coming soon, maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
It's
also,
there.
if kills himself, check his left.
Stop! Stop saying.
He's gonna pull on Epstein.
Stop saying my real name.
Face. Okay.
All right, next topic. Really
Okay.
fast one.
Yeah. Okay. So, Kaika, say the thing.
Carl Nassib. I don't know what that is.
All right, Carl Nassib.
What?
Is
No. The
Wait.
other thing.
Excommunication. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
excommunication.
The Catholic Church.
So I think okay. Let's set this up. So Joe Biden, he's a Catholic, but he's a Catholic in quotation marks, right? Because he doesn't really support what the Catholic Church believes
Doesn't
in.
support, doesn't practice, but nah, man, he's a total Catholic.
Right. It's like a Jew, a self-proclaimed Jew who just eats matzo stick rolls on Saturday or Friday or whatever. Like that's essentially his religion. But anyways,
Chad energy.
so Joe Biden, right? He was just doing his own thing, being Joe Biden, having dementia, being senile, right? And then out of the blue, the Catholic Church announced that they're discussing excommunication of Joe Biden from the church. Now, the reason is because of Joe Biden's fundamental disagreements of gay marriage, trans rights, and something else I forgot. But something abortion, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, and of course the media had to make it really clear how right wing those Catholics were. I mean,
Right,
they're
which
not
is
wrong, but like, why is that such an important point?
Right, the Catholic Church. I mean,
it wasn't political. It was purely religious based. It was purely about Joe Biden's lack of faith, not his position as the president.
Right. I mean,
So
it's
why
the Catholic Church. What are they expecting?
Right? Like, isn't the stereotype of the average Trump voter being that sort of traditionalist Catholic Christian?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like this is exactly groundbreaking news, CNN.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much to talk about this because I'm sure every Catholic knows this. But, it made news because
Okay,
it just gave another way for the media to clown on the Catholic Church.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now, hold on. Now, as far as we're talking to the Catholics here, I want to sort of red pill all the Catholics in the audience. You're believing in fairy tale. Okay. Next topic.
Next topic, Carl Nassib.
All right,
Nassib.
Carl Nassib. He is a NFL football player who made the headlines for the past couple days, and I'm surprised you two have even heard it because it's really, really popular. So basically, this player came out as gay. The first ever active player in NFL history to come out as gay.
During gay month?
During the gay month. But guess what? Guess what the Democrats did not know? He's actually Republican.
Damn.
Basically like being Hitler too.
Gay Hitler.
Gay Hitler.
Oh god. That is
Oh,
a
no
curse
disrespect to
image.
the player. He don't sue us.
Yeah, man,
but-
dude. Don't disrespect my homeboy.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness. Oh, we're getting canceled out this episode.
We're not just
Alright.
getting canceled. We're getting fucking striked. Let's go.
We're gonna get our channel deleted, everything.
Let's talk about Dogecoin.
Oh yes, the
Doge.
resurgence of Dogecoin
Doge.
because of one person who controls the basic,
Right.
how much it's worth. Just tweeted out. Would you like to go?
Yeah, so I tweeted this not so long ago, but I said, number one reason not to get into crypto is too dependent on Elon Musk. Musk is essentially the government of crypto. Anything Musk says about crypto changes the price. Theoretically, crypto is decentralized. However, in practice, its stability and well-being is tied to one man or one government. Now, I don't think it's very controversial in terms of what I said, but my point was completely proven when Dogecoin was trading under 20 cents. Then Elon Musk tweeted like something nice about Dogecoin and suggesting that Dogecoin is better than Bitcoin. And now Dogecoin has risen over the past day. I'll tell you the exact percentage. I have Robinhood on my phone.
Okay, but actually, I do kind of want to say something about that to the effect.
Yeah.
I think that on some level you are practically correct, but the
It
problem
rose
is-
23%.
Okay, that's actually kind of big, but the thing is, right?
It's kind of based.
It's kind of based,
Alright,
kind of
continue.
kind of correct. Anyways,
Right.
Okay, so the thing is, right? With government regulation of currency, right? Because they control the amount that can exist, like at all, like with printing money, right? And inflation and all these different methods of directly controlling the economy. It's a lot different than Elon Musk, who is merely influencing the market. But if the market doesn't want to listen to what he has to say, then nothing will change. The only reason why Elon Musk has such a big control over basically all cryptocurrency is because the market trusts him. And that might not be that way forever. The important part to remember is that the difference between government and private citizens and organizations is voluntary association. Being invested in cryptocurrency does not mean that you are at the whim of Elon Musk, nor are you at the whim of the people who host the cryptocurrency. You are at the whim of the market. And frankly, if you had to be at the whim of anyone, I'd much rather choose the market than a government.
Right, but I just find that, how do I put this? I don't like the idea that one man has control over the market to this degree.
Well, he only has
It's-
control over it because people gave it to him.
Right, but it reminds me of, and this happened a week ago, where the Fed announced that they're not going to raise interest rates, and the stock market just plummeted. All right, that's what it sort of reminds me of, and I don't like that.
The Fed.
Right,
Angry
so
face.
I understand your point, but for me, it's like people are investing just because of Elon Musk,
Yeah.
and I don't like that. I think if
mean,
it just doesn't seem decentralized as it's promised,
okay,
in my opinion.
Here's the thing. It is decentralized. It's voluntary choice made by fucking sheeple who trust everything the Musk says. Nothing you can do about that. But it's better,
Right.
It's better than a centralized currency like the US dollar, which is currently tanking. So, take
I
that as you will.
agree, but I think
It's-
Dogecoin will rise in price as the dollar, loses its
Yeah, it
value.
drops.
So
Bro, I honestly want to see the point where Doge is worth more than US currency. I actually want that, like dead ass.
it's gonna happen, dude. I can feel it. It's gonna happen. Invest, not now because it just
Bro,
the market had a good day today. But
Hashtag pay me in Dogecoin.
yeah, I mean, by the way, not even a month ago, Doge was trading at like 69 cents. So
Yeah.
anything could happen,
Yeah,
right?
bro, to the
Don't-
moon.
Yeah, don't view it as it's at 27 cents right now, so therefore I should not invest. So,
Yeah. And
but be smart about it. We're not financial advisors.
No, we are not
No,
financial
I
advisors.
am though.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Nah, I am. I think you guys should
I
invest
am.
in Litecoin.
So,
Bitcoin is
like,
mad.
you know what? Yeah, like, okay. If you want a safe investment, Bitcoin is the way to go. But if you want a ballsy
Litecoin.
investment,
I mean,
Go
Ethereum
Dogecoin.
is pretty good too.
Not Litecoin.
Ethereum is good, but
Ethereum is dog shit nowadays compared
Yeah,
to the
well-
fucking the dominating Dogecoin and Bitcoin.
Yeah, Doge and better, sort of like the
the problem with
They're both
Ethereum
be
It's
honest.
like Dogecoin where it's too volatile, but Bitcoin's more of a safe investment where you could definitely get some return.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely. No, Bitcoin has a sort of like insured marketplace because it's like, it's 3 to 4 years ahead of what Dogecoin is. But,
Yeah.
You know, on some level, I think both are viable. Dogecoin's more of a risk, but I mean, hey, live a little, right?
Level little, yeah.
Yeah, to
little.
the moon. Anyways, I believe that's all for today. Thank you everybody for tuning in to our autistic ramblings.
Oh wait,
about
we have one more
politics.
thing.
Wait, what?
What do we have?
We have one more.
Thank you guys for watching. This is our 10th,
Oh, 10th
episode.
episode. Oh my god.
10th episode.
This is the 10th episode. Thank you guys for watching for 10 whole episodes, double
my
digits.
God.
I know our upload schedule is honestly dog shit,
Dog
but
water.
thank you for sticking around for 10 fucking episodes of hell.
And
You guys watch more episodes than I do. I watch nothing.
no hat. Also, because we are all on summer break and most
no.
of us are going to college, we're gonna have more time to make more episodes.
Yeah, we will.
Hey, Kaika, back to the slave room.
Carson's coming back and Fed came back yesterday. What?
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 Huh?
What?
No, shut up. It's
We're not that kind
political.
of channel.
It's not political, so we can't talk about
No
it.
channel
Oh,
coming out. Talk about
It's not drama alert. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Alright,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you for
See,
watching
sayonara.
our autistic ramblings about politics. And this
Just end the
is
episode.
King Chow.
I
King
could do
Chow.
Kaika.
And Sunny Hawkeye, the best host
Signing
here. Bye.
Out. Thank you guys for watching. Also, fuck the state.
You worry about leaving a better planet for our kids. How about leaving better kids for our planet? Entire generation offended at everything, getting mad that a human thinks all lives matter. We don't need black or white or left or right. What we need is common sense. We need balance. We're all in the same boat. Why you trying to make holes? If they sink, we sink. This is madness.